Meta is oversold. What's up, family? What's up, friends? That's how I'm starting this video. Meta is oversold, and we're gonna make some money with Meta this week. So that's gonna be my top play for the week. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about the SPY, MU, Nvidia, and QQQ. Show y'all where they're at. Pre-market today. This is Monday, and market open Monday, March 30th. We got 2 more days left in this month. We need to get out of this month because this has been a pretty ugly month. I've taken some pretty good beating in the market, but I'm still here. And the reason why I'm still here because I preserved as much as my capital during that downturn as I possibly could to make sure I live to see another day. If you don't have any money, you can't trade in the market. So one thing that's going to be very important during these tough times, turbulent times in the market, is capital preservation. You have to protect your money, and the best way to do that is use your stop loss and use position size, and that makes sense. And don't get greedy. If you see profit, take profit. This is one of them type of environments in the market. But let's get to these charts. Pre-market this morning, SPY is up to 637. It's up 637.72 as we speak. I just seen a tick. So this is real time stuff this morning. And if by the time anybody sees this, the market may already be open because I'm just doing a quick morning update and gonna shoot this video out and see what it does. But some of these plays are gonna be good for the week. So these are what I'm watching for the week. So SPY is up this morning. QQQ is up this morning, 665. So we like to see it get back up to some of these levels. This is levels that I had marked when QQQ was almost at 580. So it's at 565 now. I'd like to see you get to 570, 575, 580, play them round numbers until, I chart it and see what's really going on after the day. Then I can be more specific on my targets for QQQ if it's going to remain going to the upside, because this could just be a dead cat bounce, which if you don't know what a dead cat bounce is, that's when the market's been bleeding blood red pretty much. And then we get this nice pop, get back up green, and it fakes everybody out, and they grab all the liquidity they can and then send the market back down. So that's the dead cat bounce. So be mindful of that. And if this is a true trend reversal, we'll know the chart, the price action will tell us day after day after day. Will tell us. We'll see if certain levels start holding again on some of these indexes and some of these stocks. So the Qs are up, the SPY is up, MU is up this morning, up almost 5 points to 361 50s, 361.16 now as we speak. So it's in that 361 area. And if it maintains 360 to the upside, I'll be looking at that. If it holds and continues to go up. Nvidia over the next couple of weeks, I'm looking for Nvidia to bounce back. So Nvidia is just barely up pre-market, not showing a whole lot of strength pre-market. And let's get to my play of the day, which is going to be Meta. Meta was highly oversold. They had that lawsuit loss, and to where they were found guilty of not really protecting minors from their content. The algorithms or whatever shooting and spitting this content out and feeding kids' mind with all this negativity and blah blah blah. Not just kids; that they probably do adults like that too if they're not if they're addicted to the internet and certain little apps and Instagram posting and scrolling and all that stuff. We all, I mean, I don't know. I ain't gonna say we all can't say what somebody else does, but I do it myself. I just control the time I spend on it and what I'm spending. I don't have a whole lot of time to be scrolling Meta and YouTube and all that unless I'm trying to make money. Now, if it's helping me make money in these markets, then I'm there. And that, with that being said, Meta's highly oversold all the way down here to 525. Meta was as high as what's Meta's 52-week high, 79, almost $800. Meta was almost up to $800. And only thing that has changed in that company with that minuscule amount of money that they lost, and they'll fix that content, how that content is distributed or whatever, or put safety protections on for kids, and Meta's going to be all the way back. So if Meta holds 530, I'm in with a 540 call, looking for Meta, and that's just for the weekly. I'm just looking for a quick bounce because it's oversold. It's been selling off. If you look at this sell volume right down here, it's been selling. Meta's been very, very oversold. So if we get a green day today could be a good day for Meta and could be a good week. We never know. And be mindful that Jerome Powell is speaking at 10:30. We have other economic events coming out later in the week, job reports and stuff like that. So keep an eye on what's going on macroeconomically, and because these price acts can change in the blink of an eye. You can go use the restroom, come back, and be down a whole lot of money if you're not paying attention. So be prepared, not be surprised, be safe, use your stop loss, risk management, and position sizing is going to be important through these rough times, because until we get some news that the war is about to end, or they have an agreement, or they've made a deal, which is seem like that's all that the president wants to do, is just make deals on everything, and use his power and the military might to do business. So just be ready for whatever. I'm not gonna get into no politics stuff on this, because I don't like when other people play politics with making money. But a lot of times, what's happening on the world view and the world landscape is going to affect our money. So I talk about it in terms of that, and try to keep it in context without taking a political side, and putting out here what I believe is right or wrong about it. So that being said, Meta 340 calls if it holds this 330 area, and we're gonna make some money right there. MU hold 360, then I'm gonna be looking at 370 calls there. So you see the thing, and let's see if we can keep the SPY going up, or get the SPY back up to 640, 650. Now this could be a dead cat bounce, like I said, but if not, it could be go time. And if you're an investor, and you see a lot of these stocks falling, these are buying opportunities. It's like Warren Buffett always says: when people are fearful, be greedy, and when people are greedy, be fearful. And I know a lot of people lost a lot of money over the last ever since Trump started this war, and it's the market has been suffering. At some point it's going to rebound, and like there's a lot of elites, and a lot of hedge funds, and a lot of big money buying a lot of these stocks up when people are selling. They scare retail into selling, and then buy all the stock, and just hoard all the money that they could possibly hoard. So we're gonna try to get ours out of this. And I call myself Nemo. They're trying to crush me in this market, but I always find my way around. I always find my way around these charts. I always find my way around, and continue to maintain. I've been doing this for 5 years, navigating these markets, and that's why I call it market navigation on my banner, because that's exactly what I do. I can navigate these markets, and they can be tricky, they can be tough, they can be painful, but they can also be very rewarding if you're patient, and if you're disciplined. So with that being said, I'm gonna get on out here. I'm not gonna preach the patience and discipline, but it's very, very important. And sometimes sitting out and waiting and letting the bottom get in before you get in is the move. So with that being said, let's get this money this week. Of course, I'm gonna be out all through the week, and all through forever probably, because this is what I do. And hit that like, hit that subscribe, join me on this journey. And every video I have, I'm gonna tell you where I'm at, where I'm gonna be getting the money. Since I might not be the best educator, but I'm a pretty good money getter in these markets, and I'm gonna help you get some too. So peace.